Right, okay, so just sharing some thoughts here. I had a lot of frustrated worship leaders come to me and mention in the past how they're very frustrated at the fact that their congregations don't participate. And they're frustrated to the point where you can see the anger, welling up inside. You can see the anger sort of coming out. And they're I never used to understand how someone can get so frustrated that people in the congregation aren't, so because they sing, the congregation will be singing, there'll be a few people clapping, etc., etc., but you'll always find worship leaders complaining bitterly about how their congregations are dead, etc., etc., they all need prayer, blah, blah, blah. And I did some research into it, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna look into this stuff and figure out what it is, what the issues are, where the problems stem from, ABCD. And for those that know me, I've been to quite a few different churches. But anyway, I've I've managed to narrow down where the issue actually lies, and you'll actually be shocked to find out that where the problem is. You'll be shocked to find out that the issue is actually with the actual worship leader themselves, as opposed to the congregation. And I'll break it down like this: all our lives, I mean, from the time we're kids, we have grown up doing sort of plays, Christmas plays, Easter plays, commemorating great holidays, etc., etc. From kindergarten all the way up until you know when you finish school, I guess. Even when you're at university, your graduation ceremony is basically a way to invite, you basically invite family, and they come and they see you, even though you're not giving a speech or anything, but it's a way of displaying um, something for an audience, and for the audience to watch rather than to participate. So, as human beings, we're all aware of what it is when someone is when it's a play or when it's a speech. We can tell. Okay, they haven't done that bit right. Normally when someone gets up to do a speech, they'll probably start by thanking these people and thanking everyone for coming, and they'll go through all this. Then they'll get into their speech. But if they do something different, like they remain sat down and they start talking, we'll all start looking at each other thinking, what the heck is going on? This is supposed to be the president or the leader of a country addressing the nation, and they're sat down and they just got a microphone and they're starting to sort of speak. So, I mean, instinctively, we all know what it is to be somewhere and to have somebody talk to you as a member of an audience where you're not participating, but you're there to take in what's going on. And we all know what it's like to be part of something where you're participating. I'll give you an example, and I'll tell you that all the worship leaders that complain that their churches are not participating. Not only is the problem with you, and I'm not saying this out of like, oh, you're to blame, you're rubbish. No, no, no. I'm saying it out of love. But not only is the problem with you, you lost the battle when you woke up that very morning. That's where you lost it. It didn't happen when you got to church, or you prayed and fasted this week and then the next week you didn't, and then things went downhill, etc., etc. You lost the battle when you got up in the morning, and I'll explain why. But before I explain why you've lost the battle when you got up in the morning, I'll give you a quick example, and this should clear everything up for you. If I went out and I said to you, I'm going for football, you haven't seen me. You're probably in the next room. I'm saying, right, I'm leaving the house. I'm going for football. If you pop your head around the corner and you look at me, just by simply observing me, you can tell whether I'm going as a participant, as a player. You can tell whether I'm going as a referee or as an official. You can tell whether I'm going as a spectator. It's very obvious by observing me. If I show up at a football match, if I tell you I'm going for football, and you stick your head out and you see me in a team uniform, you don't even have to ask me. You know I'm going there to participate. So therefore, when I get to the field, my teammates aren't going to look at me like, "Oh, you're crazy," or etc. etc. They know I'm there to participate. Whereas if I went out and I was in jeans, yeah, I might be wearing a football top, but I'm in jeans and some sneakers, etc. Everyone then knows, okay, this person's here to spectate. They're not here as a participant. They're here to watch. Or if I go out wearing official uniform, or if I'm in a suit, maybe I'm the manager of the team that week, whatever the case may be, you can tell by what I'm wearing what I'm actually going to go out and do. And I think by now you've probably figured out why I said you've lost the battle the second you woke up in the morning. Because when you wake up in the morning on Sunday and you say, right, I'm going to go out there and today I'm ministering, I'm the one who's leading worship. The first thing you think of is, I've got to get ready. Now, for some of us, particularly maybe mostly the ladies, I'm not being sexist, but ladies tend to sort of think about what they're going to wear and accessorize maybe from the night before, some even from the Sunday before, maybe the Friday before, or during the week you went out and bought something. So they're thinking ahead about the stuff. But the main thing is you wake up on a Sunday and you think, right, I've got to get ready for church. I'm ministering today. And that's where you lost the battle from the start. Because if you present yourself in such a way that I want people to see me, the second you step up on the stage, in their minds, because of all the upbringing and the plays and the performance and the concerts we've gone to, the second I see someone step on the stage and they're dressed a particular way, all of a sudden my mind goes into, this is a performance, I'm not here to be a participant, I'm here to be an observer, I'm here to be part of the congregation, I'm here to be part of the audience. Whereas if the person gets up on the stage and they're dressed just like me, they're talking just the way in which I'd talk, and they're communicating to me in such a manner that it feels like they're talking directly to me, I have to then engage with them as someone who's in the congregation, as someone who's in the audience. I now know this is not just being directed out there to everybody. This is actually something that's being directed to me. So it means the eyes, all eyes feel like they're on me. Therefore, I feel the urge and the need to participate. And I used to see all these guys go out and minister, like the Tasha Cobbs and blah, blah, blah. She goes out in jeans and she's not, she doesn't dress in whatever. And they'll be wearing t-shirts and stuff. And a lot of people criticized, I know a lot of the older generation would criticize them and say, oh, look at these kids. They're coming out wearing jeans. Back in our day, you'd have to look presentable, wear a suit, etc., etc. I'm sorry, the reason why Tasha Cobbs is getting all that success, the reason why she's hitting the nail on the head, the reason why it's impacting people's lives is because if she shows up and she's dressed the way I'm dressed, and she's talking in such a manner that she's communicating directly with me and not to a congregation, I would automatically feel that I need to be engaged. That's why she's seeing success. She won the battle at the time when she says, I'm going to go get ready, because she prepared herself in such a way that I'm going to go and engage with people, not that I'm going to go and perform at them. So this is what I say to the worship leaders that are struggling, that are frustrated with this. The problem is actually you. And I know it's a bit of a harsh way of sort of explaining it, but you need to understand from the get-go, this is where the problem lies. This is what you need to fix. So from this point on end, when you prepare to go up, when you wake up on Sunday, you're going out there to engage with individuals on a one-to-one basis. So your preparation, everything that you do, how you look, your demeanor, etc., has to reflect this. I should be able to look at you when you walk on that stage and think, okay, this is going to be something personal. This isn't going to be something where it's just being thrown out there. And I should be able to look at so for example, I was speaking to a particular worship leader, and I was saying to them, when you want your backing vocalist to sing harmonies, literally in the middle of the service, turn around and say 3 parts. And they're like, no, I could never do that. I have to hide it. I have to put my hand behind my back, but they're not really seeing it because the lighting is not right. So I have to complain to the people who do the lights to make it a bit more brighter so the guys behind me can see the hand signals. The people who do the lights are saying, no, but the cameras want the lights a particular way. And it's a big headache. But if you want everybody to be involved, say if I'm in the congregation and I'm worshiping, say my eyes are closed, I don't want to have to constantly keep opening them up to figure out where you're leading us, But if you were to actually say, let's sing the verse one more time and then we're going to hit that chorus with power, and, I know straight away what's going to happen. So I can close my eyes, I can get into my own world, and I can participate because I know what's going to happen. But if you're one of those worship leaders that likes to hide everything until the very last minute, you're going to have a congregation that's going to sit back and be an audience because it's like, I can't figure out where you're going, so I'm just going to have to sit here and watch. And you're never going to get that level of engagement. So this is This is the research I've done. This is to sort of help everybody out. Um, if you've been struggling with this particular issue and you've sort of been trying to work out why, well, there's your answer. I'll be doing a few more videos going forward, but yeah, hit me up if you have any questions, and yeah, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Also, if you have anything you want to contribute, add, if you've gone through this stuff and you've got testimonies to say, yeah, what he's saying is right, etc. Do drop a video, drop a link, drop a note, encourage somebody, give them a hand. But yeah, I'll catch you guys. Peace.